Welcome back to the NolanBuilt shop, where today we're going to be installing insulation in the Dream Shop build series. If you haven't already watched the first two videos in the series, you can go back and check the shop getting built and the driveway up to the shop. This video is sponsored by the Home Depot rental, where they supply the tools you need to get the job done. And did you know they also supply a delivery and pickup service for large equipment rentals? My shop is 24 foot by 40 foot with 12-foot walls. The peak of my ceiling, 16 feet. I don't want to try to get on a ladder to try to install insulation that high up. That would be kind of dangerous and cumbersome to keep moving the ladder. Luckily, the Home Depot rents tools. 19-foot scissor lift. This is going to help me get the insulation up safely. So if you have a job that you need done and you're weighing your options between buying something and renting something, if numbers lean more towards renting, check out the Home Depot. They have a great selection. All right, so the first step we're going to be doing in order to install insulation up here is we're going to be doing something similar to what we did to the walls. So basically we braced 2x4s to the walls and allowed us to wrap the vapor barrier around and secure them with some nails with the rubber grommets. So we're going to be taking these 2x4s and attaching them on one side of every stud on the ceiling. All right. First we take the power on, wait for this to turn on red. Gonna hit the up button and we're going to press the trigger and go up. All right. Now we're gonna use our second pair of hands here. Try to Alright, got that in one spot. Got that in another. Now we're gonna see if we can drive a couple of these home. Right, one down. Just like that. Now we got 17 more to go. All right, guys, we got one more to go, but the 2x4 won't go because these two right here will not allow for this one to go up there. So I have to notch these out up top, which I've already done this one, but I gotta do this one. I was able to get to this one by using the machine to extend over and get to that, but it won't reach that one. So I'm gonna have to try to thread the needle, get the machine back here, and notch that one out so I can finish this off. This machine is not gonna move. So this is my only option. See if I can squeeze the scissor lift back here. All right, guys, we have all of the 2x4x12s installed on the Raptor joist. And now the next step is to finish the vapor barrier. All right, so I have 1/2 of my vapor barrier here for the ceiling, all pulled out. And now I'm gonna hop on this guy, get up there and hang the first piece, and then try to work my way back until I get one side complete. All right, we got one side done. And I know it looks like everything is sagging, but that is intentional because I need to have this be able to go up flat once I push insulation up in there. Now, I don't want the insulation to be pushing down below the 2x4, so that sagging is intentional, and it will allow me to push the insulation up in there and pull all of that tight. All right, this time we're gonna try this a little differently. So instead of starting from one side and going for each frame, I'm gonna tack this one side up, come all the way across here, and tack this side up and see if I can get it to be a little bit more straighter. Like you can see how I started good down here, and as it got here, it got shorter and shorter. So I want to try to prevent that on this side and try to hang the whole thing up and then go back on each individual beam and tack them up one at a time. All right, guys, we got a little bit of insulation up here just to test my theory, but we have all the strapping up for this one side. We still have to do the other side, but I want to move the mountain until I have to. So straps in. Now we're gonna start putting in insulation. It's the next process. Get this side insulated, then we'll move to the other side. I'm using the Rockwool Safe and Sound insulation to insulate the exterior walls of my shop. Yes, I know it's an interior insulation, but after doing some research, I found out that this insulation is rated at an R11, which typically you want an R13 at the minimum, but I was willing to sacrifice those couple of R's for the sound dampening abilities of this insulation, because I live close to a lot of my neighbors and I wanted to knock down as much sound as possible. All right, we got one side installed. Now to move all of that on this side and do the other side. All right, we have the ceilings insulated. Woo! The shop is a mess, I'm a mess, but we still got more work to do. So now we're gonna put up some white house wrap to cover this so that I don't have exposed insulation on the ceilings. And then the next step after that will be to finish running my lights. All right, we have an insulated roof, front to back, side to side, all around. Man, this has been a long day. I've been at this since 6 a.m. and it is now 2:30 a.m. 2:30 a.m. and we finished. All right, guys, we're all done. The ceiling is insulated, and I have had a ball of fun with the 19-foot scissor lift. If you didn't know, this video is sponsored by the Home Depot rental, and I couldn't have done it without that machine. If I would have tried to do it without that machine, I would have been in a world of hurt. That machine is worth its money in gold, and it's really fun. So it's like a big toy for me. But thank you guys. Come again. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification. Leave a comment. And I'll see you guys on the next video.